Now, you know, this is going to be on my what to watch list because it was on my what to watch list last time the thing came out. Now it's back. Run the World, because, you know, girls run the world. We run the world. Yes. And one of the world runners, she is a wide world runner herself. The one and only Bresha Webb is here. Hey, what is
Hey! Oh, nice to see you again. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome back, Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones Jr. Yes.
Thank you.
Y'all got a thing going on. I'm
Yes,
so
we
happy.
do. But we ain't having infidelity. I had to really listen to the lyrics, and I was like, wait a minute, that was nasty. He was cheating.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we both know it's wrong, but it's much too strong to let it go.
Yeah, I was like, we're not gonna sing that over us, baby.
No, I'm sorry. Let me retract it. There's got to be another good Jones. Y'all got to come up. Somebody out there, come up with a good me and Mrs. Jones.
Oh, Jonesing over you, like that's a cute. That was like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta love Jones for your body.
Yes. Okay. There you go. Oh, you just did that. Happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm a
fellow
Taurian.
Taurian. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What has, and I'm sorry, because your husband, a lot of people are in love with him when they meet him, because he's all of the things.
He's
Nick
Mr.
is
All-American.
amazing.
I call him my Captain America.
He is. And he's a beautiful person, like not just physically beautiful, because he is. Yeah. He's like a nice guy.
He is. So, and it was so refreshing. It was so refreshing. I was like, thank you, Jesus.
So that means that you must be fully evolved. You deserve to have that. You did the work. That's what that says to me. To have a union with somebody like Nick Jones Jr. means that Bresha Webb is dope.
Oh, thank you. You know, I'm gonna tell him you said it. He was like, you know what, Miss Karen, she's really nice. Karen Hunter should have won. Yes, he is. He's an incredible man, and he has so many things in his tool belt. You know, he served our country, and you know, he's an amazing writer. He's performed and acted in several things, and he's just a man of many talents. So yes, I am dope if I got me a Nick Jones Jr.
That's right.
And he got himself a Bresha Webb. Okay.
That's what I was going, because I was watching you on A Million Little Things. I know you're here to talk about Run the World, but I was, you know, I'm snotting and boogering the last episodes. I was like, geez, this is about to take me out.
Listen.
I'm sitting there holding myself. I was like, not Gary. Come on, y'all.
Not Gary.
But you had some tension coming in with Maggie Bloom, and I was team you. So let me just say, I know we were supposed to be rooting for Maggie, but I was like, you know what? No, what you're not going to do to the sister. So you came in as a like, you know, on the radio as a therapist. And I was like, yeah, give her the job. And when you talked about why representation, I know you yourself have been in therapy. And I was like, how much of this, Bresha, have you pulled from your life to be able to sit in that seat on, you know, you had a few episodes, but
yes. The weirdest thing about it is that it came, shout out to DJ Nash. I've worked with him, and he's the creator of A Million Little Things. And I watched the show. And so we had finished doing Run the World, and I was grieving. I had lost my father while we were filming season 2. And so I was just taking some time off, and I actually have a therapist named Dr. Jessica. And so I was really taking these sessions every week. I was going to grief therapy and my personal therapist. So I was really spending a lot of time in therapy. So it was just it was a God thing that, you know, DJ Nash called me. He was like, look, I have this amazing role. I've been wanting you to be on my show. And it's for this therapist, Dr. Jessica. And I was like, my therapist's name is Dr. Jessica. So it was a lot of things that I was able to pull from being a client and, you know, talking to my therapist, and the way that, you know, her candor and her openness and her sensitivity, and getting to the point that I took directly to the character, Dr. Jessica. So yeah, I pulled a lot from my situation.
I want to send some love out to Baba Garfield Webb, who's now an ancestor, because he's
with me. He's here now. I said his name. You said his name. So now he's like, huh?
You say what now? I was busy doing gardening or something.
No, but now
what my baby girl doing?
Here I am. Yes.
Yo.
Yes.
I didn't know, because I know that I heard on another interview you were in therapy, and I was like, I wonder if, you know, and that's interesting, because, you know, Black folk, we we are now, which I'm so grateful for, the stigma of therapy, the stigma of, going to get mentally well, to take care of yourself. We're all exterior. But we don't even do that as well as we should. But the mental has never been something, that's for them.
Yeah.
And now we're recognizing the healing that is important for us to be whole and get out here and do the work that we need to do in the world.
It's a part of self-care. And I feel like now, because of our show Run the World, and that you're seeing it, Black women talking about, let me make time and let me make space for therapy. And that's just not an added luxury. It's a part of the lifestyle, and I feel like, with all these apps that, just make it a little bit more accessible for people to afford healthcare, and people are talking about mental health and the ways that you can find out different ways. God is real and he can heal us and all of that, but we also have to get some things out. We have to talk it out so we're not toxic all the time.
Come on.
So it's a lot of things that you can talk things through and realize that you might be the problem. You need to do some own soul searching and self alignment while you go to the altar.
You better let them know.
Listen.
And to that, I feel like
that works.
It's foolish.
It's foolish.
Yeah, Bresha Webb, the show Run the World centers on women, their relationship in Harlem, and all of them a little bit different. There's a wedding center. Last season, we saw things go terribly wrong. It was like, what is going to happen? Your character went through her own thing with her relationship. So is that, but as I think we all have friends in our lives that we rely on. I want to stay on this therapy for a second, because, we go to church, we pray, we may fast, we may do all of the things. We got good girlfriends that we could talk to, but we still need to go to the doctor like you do with your checkup for everything, right? And what was the impetus? I know your dad making transition was the impetus, but was there a circle in your, someone in your circle is like, you need to do this, or did you go to the internet? Like, what was the process?
Well, your girlfriends, you open a forum when you're talking about everything, right? And so I had been on that journey for a while trying to find a good therapist, and I had gone through a few, and in my friend group, I think I was the first one to start proactively searching and asking and going to therapy. And now all of my friends go to therapy. At one point, my friends were all going to the same therapist, like on the show, because if I like it, I want you to experience it too, because sometimes you just need an objective point of view to point you in the right direction. And, and for you to ask yourself questions so you can come up with those, your vision of where you want to go and what's problematic in your life, so you can self-access yourself and really just go in the direction that you feel is best for you. Because, God can download things and your body can say what you want, but sometimes you need to do some brain work and heart work and cry it out and talk those things that happened in your childhood that you probably put in the past and some blocks around, and you haven't really realized how that's resurfacing in your real life. And sometimes you need a therapist, most of the time, a good therapist, okay? Because there are some bad ones, but a good therapist, to help you just line those things up and create a space to talk about it. And that space is self-care. It's self-care, just as important as your hair and your nails. If you can afford that.
Yes. And I thank you for making space for that, because, I know you're here to talk about Run the World.
Oh, listen, I'm here to be a vessel. Cicely Tyson said, you have a platform, you talk about your life, you talk about your experiences, because anything that is on this platform, you can just use it to talk about so many things, to give more enlightenment, because you have access to so many things that a lot of people might not have. So,
Yeah, to whom much is given.
Yes.
We're talking with Bresha Webb Jones. Are you adding Jones, or what are we doing?
Legally, yes.
Okay.
Legally.
Okay.
My children will have a Jones name. But I'm like Tina Turner. I've worked hard for Bresha Webb.
Yes, you have. Bresha Webb. So you play Renee. Also Amber Stevens West. I want to give a shout out to all the ladies. She plays Whitney. Andrea Bordeaux is Ella. Corbin Reed is Sandy. She also is married too.
Yeah, she got married.
Last name. Yeah. Y'all just use the pandemic to just do your thing, which is great. Okay. So last season, my buddy Tanya Pinkins was the mom. I don't know if is she coming back? Is she, because
yes,
Tanya,
she's there.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because Tanya's
it's good.
Oh my
it's
God.
Good.
Okay. And then you had my other buddy, Erica Alexander, the Erica the Great, as Barb. Will we see her again in season 2? I'm just
absolutely. Of course, we had a couple shifts that happened, and Erica's character Barb was able to be an added bonus that we were able to keep. And
okay.
It was amazing.
All right.
Yes, because
you got a new showrunner. I read
yes,
somewhere.
Rochelle Williams, who did a phenomenal job of tying all these stories together and just elevating it as well. Just because there were so many holes, like we had to, like we left everybody on a cliffhanger, so we had to make some real big adjustments. Like how are we going to answer these questions? People are on the edge of their seat, so her and the writer's room, they did an incredible job with this season. You guys are going to love it.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward because I feel like summertime is a time when you need to unwind, unpack, relax, and just some good kikiing and some fun, a good TV show. That's where I find that's my vice. Some
listen,
people smoke weed. I watch TV. That's what I do.
Well, we got you Friday nights.
Okay. All right. So what are we going to see with Miss Renee? Because she was a whole festival, which Bresha also might be a little bit. So I see some of the carryover, but Renee is a whole festival.
They cast us very well.
Okay.
Renee and all of the characters. Whitney is just like Amber. Corbin is just like Sandy. I mean, we're all like the same. And we all have that chemistry that just bubbles and it's fun to watch. We have fun with each other. But yeah, Renee is a festival. I love that you said she's a festival of emotions, a festival of a good time. She left her husband. Her husband, stole her money and made an investment without telling her. She quit her job. She's got this opportunity to make, to take L'Oreal and do a partnership with them. She, starts her own agency. So she's going into the second season, just embarking on her new journey, and a little insecure about how to do it. She has to prove to herself and prove to her boss that she's going into business with. Like now they have to become colleagues, right. Instead of that position of, you're the boss, I'm here, whatever. Now they're, sitting in the same chair. And it's like, how do you do that? So it's like very relatable. It's, she's put herself in these situations and she's just got to walk it out and pick herself back up if she makes a mistake. And, she looks like she got it all together, but she don't. She dating, she making decisions that maybe she doesn't want to make. She's got to renege and go back. We don't know, but she's a festival.
Yes. Are we going to get an actual wedding this season? Will there be a wedding? Can you tell us? Come on, Bresha.
Just have to watch.
Oh my goodness. Come on now.
I'm not about to give y'all no spoilers. Y'all not going to be mad at me.
Oh, well then what the hell? I saw a billboard that didn't have Ella in it. And I was like, oh, what's happening here? It was just 3 of y'all. What?
This season, yes.
So Ella's not coming back?
Well, there was something that happened, pandemic was really hard on all of us. And she made a decision that was best for her. And so we respect that. And, she's still, her character is still so present in this season, and I think it's even more relatable because, friends, they take new jobs, they get married. Sometimes you don't have that face-to-face friendship like you did before, but that love doesn't change, so we still have her around. And she even saves the day in one of the episodes. Like she's still around, but there was a shift.
Okay, all right, because she was the most
there's
sexual.
No love, loss, or harm or anything.
Okay, all right, I'm just checking because Ella was bringing sex, like real raw naked sex. So who's gonna make up for which one of y'all gonna step in the role here?
We're all married, Karen. Okay.
One of y'all gotta step in because Ella was the only one that was out there butt ass naked having naked sex.
Listen, you're just gonna have to watch and see for yourself, but we do it very tastefully, and it was still done tastefully when she was on it too. we celebrate Black women and our sexuality and our exploration in that, and our fashion, all of it. We do it all. And all of that is a part of just women, being, dating, Renee is single. She's out here living her life. Whitney, we don't know. I'm not going to say nothing, but she's outside and she's trying to figure out her life as well. And you just have to see. It's a great season.
I'm a piggyback on that because I've been talking about conflict on the show and how we've been socially engineered to be at conflict, at odds with one another, right? Whether it's Black men and Black women, white folk and Black, it's like this, and it's made through this social media, right? Yeah. It is built into the algorithm. So to watch, shows like yours, there's another show based in Harlem, and then the Jill Scott got a show, where you're getting to see the community around us working together and what that looks like when we're there for each other in a sitcom setting. I think is, reinforcing. Art must be the beacon for us to see the possibilities as well. And to know that this is not reality.
Yes. It exists. I mean, and that's why the platform is so important. We have to put out what we want to be. Like they have so much reality shows where women are throwing glasses at each other and they having beef. I don't go to lunch with people I don't like. Okay. So that's not my reality. My reality is that I sit down with friends. I've had the same friends for years. We talk about our aspirations. We lift each other up when we need to. We hug and we cry together. We grow together. We call each other on our shit too, in love. All in love. And so I think it's aspirational, but it's also, it's what is happening, and it's also like, it's this dream world. Also, I hear people say Black women living in luxury because we're wearing these name brand clothes and we're living in these amazing high-rise apartments and these, luxury, just lifestyle. But I was like, that is my lifestyle. That is so many of my friends' lifestyle, women that I know that live and work in Harlem. Celebrate.
You can't work in Harlem and not make coin because
you can't live in New York and not make coin.
Period.
Okay, let's be clear.
Right. Period.
Let's be clear.
Yes.
And because you make coin, you like lavish things.
Yes.
You like artwork. You love all of the nice things. And that is a part of our norm. And so that's what I love about it.
You had to move to Harlem? Did you have to move to New York? You guys are living in New York, or
when we
are you
shoot,
bi-coastal?
Yes, when we shoot, we do move to Harlem. I didn't stay in Harlem. I did the first season. I wanted to be in Harlem, and Harlem was Harleming. I had to move on another. I didn't know.
The pandemic. Oh, girl, yes. Nobody told you.
Harlem was Harlem. I was on Malcolm X.
You were Harlem.
I was Harlem. Harlem was Harleming. But I had a great time. I had an amazing apartment. I made friends with the neighbors and stuff, but then people started noticing me and stuff. So I said, okay, let me move to another side. And it was great. But I love Harlem. I love the food in Harlem. I love the culture in Harlem. Nick will come visit me. He was like, man, you get so many cat cows. I was like, I love that. Hey, shorty, how you doing? I talk back. I love that. LA, everybody's so sophisticated. Everyone's like, oh, hi. No, I want the, hey, shorty. I like that.
Well, I love Run the World, and Bresha, you are all of the things. So, my fellow sister, I appreciate you coming through, and much success. I know there's going to be a season 3. I know there better be a season 3.
Your viewers, your listeners, please watch us, because we are depending on you to please watch our show. The numbers matter, honey.
Yeah, Stars yes. Friday nights on Stars, and then Stars be trying to give you like stuff early too, so that we can be on social media talking about it. Are you
do all that? I don't care.
Are you
tweet about it?
Are you tweeting live and stuff during it?
I will be. I haven't been on Twitter since his name took over.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's no requirement. Let's go to your Instagram page then.
Go to my Instagram. Yeah. I got a whole bunch of stuff for you to take in and have a look.